Hi there, beautiful souls. Thank you for watching and welcome. I'm Gabrielle, retired medium in Germany, and I like to share some of my otherworldly experiences and insights. So, this one is about Do you know? I was interested in language and writing, and so I thought might be a good idea to do a little internship in how to call that, in the edition, the publisher of a little travel magazine, because I was also interested in traveling and I traveled quite a lot when I was younger to foreign, far and exotic countries, because that was more interesting to me than Europe. Europe is more or less not that different from Germany, and I wanted some really far out and different experiences. So I applied for an internship in a publisher's edition for a travel magazine, and they took me because you don't have to pay for the internship and you can use the person's abilities. And sitting there, I thought I would learn from the boss about writing, but it turned out that I learned different things. So we got these little DPA, German press agency, news tickers, maybe sometimes just one line, one sentence, like about a country that's at the moment dangerous to be traveled or something like that. And the line was just saying 100 dead in whatever country, doesn't matter. And that's, of course, too little. He had to fill the whole magazine with all sorts of things, the boss. So we had to write a little bit more around this one so-called fact we got from the press agency. And, well, you had to research then about the country and pick out the most important things and add 2 or 3 lines so that at least you have a 4-line news ticker that you can put into the magazine. So I did that to the best of my abilities, and of course then I had to give it to the boss who was kind of correcting it. And when I got that back, I was really astonished about his corrections of the text I had written. The only thing he changed various times were just one word things. So I had written 100 dead in that and that country and something around the country and blah, blah, blah. And when I got it back, he added only 100 died in that and that country. And I thought, wow, what's that doing to me? That's giving me kind of a relief feeling, a false relief. Oh, it's not that bad. It's only 100 people dying there. And the next time, similar situation, I got the text redacted back from him, and he added already 100 dead in that and that country. And I thought by myself, wow, that's interesting, because already gives me the feeling, oh, it's that bad. Already 100 people are dead. And in the end, I had to obey the boss. So he printed it with his corrections. But the process he, not knowing, unknowingly kind of instigated within me was, no matter if it's only or already, Even one dead person, to my feeling, is too much. So do you know how much we are manipulated by language and just by a single word? That's why I'm telling this story, to give you an idea. And that mostly happens with us unaware, not consciously checking what's really going on. Because if you don't check in with your own feeling, your own inner truth, you just take it as it's coming and you don't question that. So there are a few more things like that, and because I speak several languages, one of them, the dead one, Latin, but it's very good nowadays. I never understood why I took that in school. Well, yes, I know. Because my father was in the old tradition, brought up with Latin and Greek. And that was kind of the orientation for, the intellectuals. And he was kind of that type of a person. And as he was so traumatized by the war, one of the few that came back from Russia alive, while he had seen better men than himself dying right beside him, he had this survivor's guilt, and he was totally shell-shocked. And his only idea was, I cannot give anything to my children because I'm so kind of emotionally blocked and handicapped and traumatized, although I think he never thought like that. That's my explanation now afterwards. He wanted to give all of his children at least a good education, to give them a good starting point in life, because he thought education is necessary. Without that, you can't make your path through your life, through the world. So I took Latin at school. I had the choice. I took it kind of to get the acknowledgement and the love and appreciation of my father, who couldn't give anything of that. And then I was sitting there in class with all these Latin books, and as it is kind of said, it's a very logical language. I had problems with that, and I failed, and I didn't get it right. Luckily, I got the Latin school books from my older brother, and he had written with a very fine pencil in between the printed lines the translation. So whenever I was called to translate something, I just used what was already written there in the book by my older brother. And I failed in really learning it, but still I learned enough, luckily, so that Latin can help me now to kind of decipher and get to the meaning of some of these words that are derived from Latin and everybody uses but does not really know always what it means. So there is a lot of ado about the word occult. And everybody thinks and projects, wow, that's bad, black magic and hidden knowledge and so and so. It is not. The true meaning of occult is just hidden. And as the church persecuted heretic knowledge, it had to go underground and become secret, to be taught only to the few ones who really wanted that and strived for it and went after it. So with the word occult, you're just saying it's hidden, and the discernment into white magic or black magic or abuse for the dark side or use for the light side is not really in this word. And I see a lot of people on YouTube just throwing around this word, and by their explanation and their judgment about the word and what's around it and what they attach to it, I can see that they don't know the real meaning. Same as with the word religion. Do you know what the word religion originally means and tries to express? I think most of you don't. I know because of the Latin in the school, and I started questioning and thinking for myself when I got older, although it wasn't easy. I was parroting, like more or less everyone else, what was put inside my head. And it took me some time, and sometimes it was really hard to start to question and go and research for myself. So the word religion comes from a construction that is the syllable re, which means back, and the verb ligare, which means connect. You can forget about the N. And the first form, religio, means I connect back. So that's what is the real meaning of that. I connect back. So if I connect back, there must have been something before to which I was connected. So I'm only connecting back to what is already there. And that to me is saying everything, because that's what I learned in all the study of Gnosticism and Hermeticism with the white masonry branch of the Rosicrucians. And it's just telling you what I got as message from the text of Hermes Trismegistus, the thrice great Hermes. Connect back inside with your fractal of source, your seed of the divine, your spark of spirit in your heart, or the fractal of your soul in your heart. So there is no one and nothing in between you and source. No priest, no intermediate. It is I connect back to what is already inside of me. And if you don't get it by this explanation, I want to remind you just of an image, because the saying is right. An image tells more than 1,000 words. I once traveled to France and I went to visit Notre Dame, and there's a crypta under the building. And when I went in there was a statue of Yeshua, the one that you might know as well, with the flaming heart. There is a red heart in the middle of his chest, and it's kind of fiery and it's giving up flames. So that is the same message I tried to explain in the real meaning of religion, where the word comes from and what it's really saying and expressing in an image, because it's about the flaming heart in all of us, the seed of Yeshua, the divine fractal. Yeshua only showed us the way how to connect back to our inside via the heart. And that's the same message I try to convey in more or less all of my videos, because I think that's true, and it proved true to me, because when I stopped listening to other people outside, what they think and what they mean and their opinions, and I connected back to my inside, I found out all the answers I always seeked for are already in here, within me, within you, within everyone, because we all have a heart, and the heart is the place where you are connected with your soul. or it's not really a place, it's more a space, and it's energy-wise to connect back. So if you want to have an experience with your own heart going in there, I can only advise you, use my video at my YouTube channel, Discovering Inner Peace Through Meditation, where I guide with the help of my guides that provide the energy and help me do all this, to go inside and enter your heart and have your own experience. Feel something, see something, maybe hear something there. You can ask a question, you can ask for advice, or you can just sit down in this wonderful space and recharge your battery by taking in the divine energy that is within all of us, but never suppressing or overstepping our borders. That's why you have to go there on your own, exercising your free will and go inside. No one is forcing you, you have to do it on your own. Like the Sufi saying, which I also love very much, saying, you can lead the camel to the water, but it has to drink on its own. That's what I want to leave you with. Thank you for watching, dear souls. Blessings, love, and light onto your path. Bye.